y'all? It's John Master Lee.
And Lulu.
All right, so we've been doing a lot of virtual traveling to Indonesia. And one of the things that we actually don't do a lot of is reactions to Bali, which is a part of Indonesia.
Yes, and I've always want to go and live there.
Since when?
Remember when we planned to travel around the world, and I feel like I'm very close to my country in Philippines, so maybe that's a difference. I don't know.
I mean, it has much more of a Asian influence. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of startup entrepreneurs, digital nomads go and live and work in Bali because it's cheap. It's just an amazing lifestyle. And they have internet connection. Maybe when everything's a little bit better and the world is healed, we can go live there for a while, because right now we're doing YouTube and we can do it anywhere. That's the whole point of being able to do YouTube. Do it anywhere.
Anywhere you want. Let's check this out. I want to go to Bali. Oh, I remember Rich Brian's song.
How can you forget? It's literally called...
That's probably... it's called Bali.
And away we go.
If you're here to research your upcoming trip to Bali, then look no further. My name's Christian, and I've been living here for 2 years, traveling through Bali for 5 years, and today I'm putting together the most comprehensive guide to Bali, Indonesia the internet has ever seen. You could say I know this place like the back of my hand. That's new.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
This guy's very well known for creating stunning vlogs, travel vlogs, yeah.
Very good. Really, really good.
Now, just about everyone coming to Bali is flying internationally, so you're probably feeling a little bit jet lagged. So the key is going to be to take the first day or two pretty easy. I recommend spending the first night or two in either Seminyak or Canggu, but Canggu's definitely my personal favorite. And it's also the place that I personally live. To get to Canggu or Seminyak is going to cost you about 14 bucks. But if you want to see how you can do it even cheaper, check out my video link down below. Whichever area you picked, there's so many options for food, and all of that will be covered in my in-depth guide.
Pizza
Babe,
and wraps. I'm
look
there.
At that. I wonder how much are those.
And get to bed early, because tomorrow is going to be a full day. A lot of hotels will come with a complimentary breakfast, but in my opinion, breakfast is one of the things that Bali does best. Take your pick of the countless restaurants and get yourself an avo and toast, a eggs benny, or whatever.
This is so American food.
I think it's because they have a lot of tourists.
Chilling and hanging out by the surf. If this is your first time ever surfing, or you consider yourself a beginner, Brawa Beach is a really good place to learn. But if you're more towards the advanced level, you'll want to head towards Echo Beach. Grab lunch, hang out by the pool, and for sunset, I'll give you a couple options. Either hit up Tanalot, which is this beautiful oceanfront temple, but for sunset, there's always crowds. Or if you're like me and rather take it easy, you can check out one of my favorite beach bars. This right here is La Brisa. Canggu and Seminyak are known for their nightlife.
I think that's kind of the problem with Bali now. It's
crowded.
Yeah. Everyone knows that it's a tourist spot now.
Just like the Philippines Boracay, they had to close it.
If you want to learn all that there is to know, you'll definitely want to check out my full guide linked down below. It shares everything that I know about Bali. For day number 3, grab your breakfast and get started bright and early so that you can avoid the crazy traffic. And let's head down to Uluwatu. Uluwatu is without a doubt the beach capital of mainland Bali. Blue water, incredible surf, and jagged cliff sides. And it's one of the top choices for real surfers who are coming to Bali. Take your pick of the incredible beaches and just hang out for the day. Even if you're not a surfer, this is definitely a worthy stop. But if you're not the type to just sit by the beach all day, this is a great plan B. And that is...
Oh, wow. What is that? Wow.
It's basically a massive Vegas-style beach club sitting...
Totally Vegas. I mean, that looks like it should be in Vegas.
You can either stay at the day club or my personal favorite, Koreng Boma.
Vegas.
This beautiful cliffside is a sudden drop going down to the ocean. It's not just a beautiful photo, it's an incredible place to watch the sunset beneath the horizon. If you're looking for a crazy night out, one of the biggest parties in Bali happens every Sunday at Singlefin. Hundreds of people come down to this bar located on the side of a cliff. It can be a really fun night. Day 4, if you can handle it, get up bright and early, grab a quick breakfast, and head up to central Bali. If you do not leave early, you're going to be spending twice to even maybe 3 times longer. Traffic gets really bad. Once in Ubud, check into your hotel for the next 2 nights. One of the best things about the region is how lush and green it is.
I love that. I missed that.
And one of the main reasons to come to Bali is that right there. Countless beautiful waterfalls all over the central and north of Bali, and these are some of my favorites. Each of these waterfalls is completely different from the last, and I definitely recommend seeing as many of them as you can. If you want to know my personal favorites, they'll all be linked in my full guide down below. Our next stop is right here to the monkey forest, home to 1,000+ monkeys that are running around, jumping on people. Hello. You're supposed to avoid eye contact, but every now and then, I like to push my luck. Oh! After chasing waterfalls, hanging with monkeys, you're probably feeling a little bit tired, so head back to your hotel room, get all cleaned off, take a little bit of a break, and just before sunset, head to Kampuhan Ridge, where you have this beautiful...
That's so nice to be the model of your... Baby.
She just makes sure she looks pretty.
Yes.
Is that your dream job? Is that what you're saying?
Just travel and I'll be your model, John. Okay, John?
Okay, baby. Okay.
Taking photos, and the magic of the region is completely lost.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love all the greens.
But a really great spot that's close to the rice fields is Tirta Empul. Bali is primarily a Hindu island, and this is one of the places that the Balinese come to purify themselves. And one of the beautiful things is they're more than willing to share their culture and their religion with you. Come and experience a water purification for yourself. Naturally, some of you will decide to grab breakfast, but if you can hold off your hunger, this is one of Instagram's favorite spots. Tukad Sepung, which is a waterfall where a certain time of the morning, the light rays start to come through and you get this beautiful lighting that makes for an incredible photo or video.
Like bugs.
By no means a hidden gem like the many spots I have in my travel guide, but it's definitely a worthwhile place to visit. Just try to get there early, otherwise the crowds do form.
Wow. That seems like a common pattern or problem they have, which is get there early, otherwise it's too crowded.
Yeah, he keeps repeating it, huh? Like, just forget about eating, just go.
And this is actually a UNESCO heritage site.
Maybe it's better now because of the coronavirus.
Not much people are traveling.
Years, and it's an absolutely incredible place that will be catching sunset. Finish up with a dinner in Ubud and call it a day. So how do you get around Bali? There's 3 main ways you can do it. You can rent a scooter for like $4 to $5 a day. You can hire a driver. That's probably going to be about $35 to $40 for the entire day. And you can also hire a tour guide. Big difference between a driver and a tour guide is a tour guide actually gets out of their car, shows you around, and helps you experience the places you visit. If you want to know the best tour guide in all of Bali, it's without a doubt Pancha with Bali Customized Tours, and I will have his WhatsApp link down below.
That's nice. And you can totally trust him because he lived there for 2 years.
Head up north to go to Uluwatu. Uluwatu is this beautiful waterfront temple where if you get up nice and early, you can catch a beautiful sunrise.
Again, you have to get up early, John. I don't think you can live there, John. You have to be an early person.
So there's nothing culturally significant about it, but it definitely has a way of getting some likes. If you don't get here early, there will be a line. After our quick stop, let's carry on all the way to Sukumpul Waterfall. Because it's a massive set of waterfalls, you kind of need to have a guide. You can hire a local guide, and they'll give you a pretty good experience. But if you want to experience the Lost Tour, Pancha actually has a relationship with the locals in this community, and they were able to take me to some of the most incredible spots in Sukumpul. From this incredible rock slide, a place to do a bit of cliff jumping.
Wait, that looks painful.
That looks like you get a jagged rock up your ass.
You can head back to Ubud, but I want to share with you one of my favorite regions of all of Bali that most people never get to see. So we're going to end our day in a region by the name of Sidaman, located in the eastern region of Bali. Sidaman is incredibly laid back. You still see the local culture preserved, people working the rice fields, locals wearing the traditional clothing. It's a must experience, especially if you're traveling as a couple. A few really awesome activities that you can do on day 7 are going to be visiting Samsara Living if you want to get a fully Balinese cultural experience. Hit up the river rafting, which is actually so fun and one of the best ways to view the beauty of Bali. And one of my personal favorites, making some jewelry with Agung at Agung Silver. I still to this day wear my ring every single day. It's such a cool experience to be able to craft your own silver jewelry and take home the memory of Bali with you. End your day with a relaxed and laid back sunset by the pool, wherever you're staying, probably overlooking a rice terrace.
This good. Yeah, Balinese. Huh?
Balinese.
Oh man, yeah.
The name's Ketut. Lost Ketut. No matter where you go on the island, it's 100% safe, and you're always met by the biggest smiling faces.
You want 40?
40.
45?
45. It is day 8 and it's been a full week of fast-paced travel. Trust me, you might not think this right now, but you're gonna want to take a day off. You're gonna want to relax, and that is why I've chosen to put you in Cedaman. Choose your hotel well and you'll have somewhere you can comfortably hang out all day. Whether you have a private pool, a communal pool, just make sure you have a view of that beautiful rice terrace. Day number 9. We're gonna check out of our hotel and take a minivan to Padang Bay. This is where the ferries leave from to go to the Gili Islands. So we're gonna go to Gili Trawangan, which is the main of the Gili Islands. It's the largest, it's the party island, but it also has some incredibly relaxing spots to it. So by no means are you forced to go out. Check into your hotel or guest house, stroll around the island by bicycle because there's no cars on this island, only horses and bikes. And then from there, go and do some snorkeling. The entire island is surrounded by beautiful, perfect blue water, and on most days the visibility is incredible. For sunset, you'll see many of these beachfront bars serving drinks, but I really love hanging out by this swing set. Makes for a good photo, some video, and it has some half-decent drinks being sold nearby. Have your dinner at the Gili local market, and lastly, it wouldn't be a full visit to Gili Tea without a proper night out, so go and enjoy some live music and probably a very late night. Day 10 is going to be an island hopping day. Pretty chill, you can start off your day whenever you feel like it, but most of the boat trips will take you to Gili Mino and Gili Air, the other 2 Gilis, and these are some of the really cool snorkel spots they'll take you to. Right below us is one of the top things I've ever shot. Now, if you come here during the day with a group tour, other people, hundreds of other people also want that shot. So the key is to get yourself a boat and
get here early
morning before the groups do. Day 11, check out of your hotel, take a fast boat.
Wait, how early can you get there? Because it looks like millions of people already watched this video
and you have to catch sunset at Devil's Tier. On day 12, if you haven't already, you can head over across the Yellow Bridge to Nusa Senegan, which is basically the twin island. From there, you've got the Blue Lagoon cliff jump, you've got a sunset at Mahana Point, and so many other cool things to do.
No.
Like all itineraries should, we've saved one of the best things for last. For day 13, we're gonna get on a local boat and head to Nusa Penida, which is no more than 30 minutes away. We're going to check into a hotel and, again, rent a bike for the next couple of days. Start off your trip by exploring the east side, such as Angel's Billabong, Broken Beach, and Clinking.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
To the promised land.
There's a lot of walking, John.
Sand, incredible blue waves, and it's not too busy.
Wow.
The crowds typically don't make their way down here because it's actually not that easy to get down. So take that as a positive. The hard workout also means you get more to yourself. And if the sun hasn't totally burnt you yet, go for sunset at Crystal Bay. Day 14, let's not waste our last chance at a beautiful sunrise in Bali. Wake up bright and early and head to the Molentang Treehouse on the Atu and Diamond Beach cliffside. You could easily spend 2 to 3 hours here in the morning or more if you decided to walk all the way down Diamond Beach. But one thing to keep in mind is if you're gonna make it back to Bali, you don't wanna miss the last boat, which as I last checked is around 4:30 p.m. I should also mention that there's certain points on the island where you can snorkel and dive with manta rays, and I definitely would suggest that if you have time.
Wow. You could tell he lives there.
Yeah.
Because he's able to compile this from probably like 10 different videos that he shot and 10 like over a course of a long time. It's like a compilation video. Sure seems like a lot of people there. And it got me concerned because there's a certain inflection point, I think, where places like this become so popular that one is no longer cheap anymore. It's crowded. And I think the mystery of being one of the first to discover and enjoy that sort of laid back lifestyle is gone. Like you almost have to think of what is the next Bali and plan for that. Or Bali needs to like improve its infrastructure to be able to handle something like that. But you know, it's really, really tricky because, you know, we've seen this with the Philippines, right? With Boracay, which was for the longest time when I used to go there, it was empty and it was beautiful. But, you know, in the last year or two, they literally had to shut the whole place down. Why? Because there's so much pollution, too many people coming, trash. Well, you trash the place to the point where they have to shut everything down for cleaning. That's crazy. I don't know what it's like in Bali if like people are respectful of the nature and the local environment and local customs. But I think there's some point where no matter what you do, if there's too many people, everything gets trampled. That's my concern with Bali right now. I mean, it's beautiful. And I'm really glad he showed this because I feel like so many videos that I see of Bali makes it still feel like this getaway where no one's there. And man, it sure seems like a lot of people there.
Maybe it feels like a lot because the islands is small, or places that they go to are just very limited to certain number of people. So I don't know.
Could be. I don't know.
Right?
I mean, Hawaii's kind of like that too, where most tourists go into this place called Waikiki, and if you want to like get from Waikiki to another place, there's traffic, it's crowded. But once you're outside of that, the rest of the main island of Oahu is very remote, and you can live out there, and it's so peaceful. And maybe that's like that in Bali, but I don't know. For anyone who's
feel
been to
like it's like
Bali,
that.
that's what I would like to know. Like, beyond what's in this video, are there places where you can go and live and things feel much more quiet? Like, not just life as a tourist, but locally. Like, if you want to live there for like a month or two, or maybe even like a year type of thing. Because I wouldn't want to be around tourists all day.
Yeah.
Like, partying all day to me is just, no. What I look forward to is not just be able to see the sights, but like, I want to be able to work. I like working. So I want to be able to take my laptop and sit in a cafe and look outside, and so you can hear this ocean, you can feel the natural breeze, you're sipping on some fresh coconut juice, and it's like, oh. Very cool. Thanks, Mr.
Thank you.
LeBlanc.
Your work is amazing.
Yeah, beautifully shot.